Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years.
Remove the two 10mm bolts that are holding in the air duct. The air duct will lift up, and you just kind of pop it right off of the tube. Put that aside. Unplug the mass airflow meter, push down the lock, and gently pull the plug out. Feed that wire out from there. These are coolant lines. Do not want to disconnect them from here because you'll spill coolant everywhere. Just going to pop them out of the clips here. The same for both. And those will just sit just like that. If you have a throttle cable, some Subarus do, some later ones don't. Just pop it out of here, put it aside. It's an 8mm on this hose clamp. We're going to use an 8mm socket and a driver handle and loosen it. Leave the clamp in place. Unlock the airbox cover, pulling the two clips off. It's all loose. It should lift right off of the pins on the bottom, and it'll come out of this hose. You have to guide it underneath these hoses. Pull it right out. That's your cover. You can put that aside. Pull the air filter out of the way. Put that aside. There are two bolts holding in the airbox on either side. That one's kind of hard to see. It's just like this one over here. I spray some rust penetrant on it. Spray some rust penetrant on this one. I'm using a very long extension and a 12mm socket. So I can reach down here and unbolt this. I'll do the same for the other one. I'm going to pull the airbox up off of this, and at the same time I'm going to loosen that bolt and carefully grab it. It's a little tricky to get to. There's that other bolt. So now this will lift out and over that. We'll lift the airbox right out. It's maneuvered around the hoses, the brake lines. There's a harness on this side, but it will lift up and out of the engine compartment. Maneuver the airbox into place. Kind of get it around the brake lines, around the harnesses, under this hose. At the same time, we're going to put this, is going to go up inside the fender well, and this is going to go over the intake duct. Push right over it. Holes are lined up. Reinstall the bolts. Reinstall the bolts. Get this one started. Reach down. Kind of maneuver my hand in here and get the other bolts. Take our super long extension here. Tighten this bolt up. If it'll get tight, I'll stop. Do the same for the other one. Put our air filter back in. We're going to install the airbox cover. We've bungee corded these lines out of the way. Have to kind of maneuver it into this duct, and then it also needs to go down. And it needs to sit inside of these tabs here. Just like that. Push the airbox cover down, pull the latches over. We'll unbungee cord these coolant lines. They were just gently pulled over there. Push them back into the clips. The mess air harness got put on the wrong side here. That's okay. It can slide down this way. Just be careful with it. Move it down and around. Plugs into here. It'll click when it locks into place. Make sure this tube is fit together nicely. I'm going to pull the clamp up where I can get to it. Make sure it's pushed together. And I will tighten it. 8mm socket and driver. Push our throttle cable back into here. Intake duct goes back over this intake ducting over here. Just pushes over, sits down in place right over these holes. Reinstall the bolts. You don't have to go super tight with these, just so you feel them get tight and stop.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at oneauto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.